Hey, what's up you guys? Guinea Piggies Designs here, and today I am bringing you episode 6 to sewing my own cage cozies. But anyways, in today's video what I'm going to be doing is cutting out U-Haul pieces for all of the items I'm making. So really quick, here is what I cut out. So here I have the cage liners and the fleece forests and the couch, and then I cut out the remaining pieces here. So that's what I did today. And also you guys, if any of you who are wondering, U-Haul is basically like a furniture pad. It's used as a absorbent layer to absorb like urine or liquid or anything like that. And I do line all my items with 2 layers of U-Haul. So there's that. And also you guys, I will have the U-Haul link to where you can buy U-Haul, the furniture pad. I'll have it linked down below. And also, if you guys do want to see what I cut out in this video, or see how I cut out any of the pieces in this video, because I am using everything I cut out from my last video, or my last videos, to basically measure everything out. So if you guys do want to see how I cut those things out, I'll have my playlist linked down below with episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So if you guys want to see how I cut anything, you guys can check those out. But anyways, if you guys do want to see how I cut out all those U-Haul pieces, then just keep on watching. Alright, so that was the package the U-Haul comes in. But for the first part, what I'm gonna do is cut out pieces for 4 2x4 cage liners. And all these pieces are gonna measure 35 by 63 inches. And what I like to do is fold my U-Haul in half. That way I can cut out 2 pieces at one time, because this makes it a lot faster. And then I use the piece that I cut out in my previous videos to measure this out. And each time I cut out a piece, I'm trying to keep these pieces all together. And also, for a cage liner this big, it does take up a whole U-Haul package basically. And in this video, if anyone is curious, I did go through 10 U-Haul packages. To be working on 4 2x1 cage liners. 2 are going to be the rainbow and star fleece, and then the other 2 2x1 cage liners are going to be that sloth and floral rainbow fleece. But anyways, I'm going to be cutting out 8 pieces that measure 35 by 21 inches, and again I have my U-Haul folded, so I'm going to be cutting out 2 pieces at one time. I am cutting out pieces for the 1x1 cage liners. So for this, I am making 8 1x1 cage liners. So I'm going to be cutting out 16 pieces that measure 20 by 20 inches. And again, my U-Haul is folded in half, so I'm cutting out 2 pieces at one time. Working on the foam tunnel. So for this, I do like to line the pads, the 2 removable pads that I make for it. I like to line them with 2 layers of U-Haul. So I'm going to be cutting out 8 pieces that measure 11 by 25 inches because I am making 2 foam tunnels out of the fleece pieces that I have. Next, I'm working on the 2x1 fleece forest. So for the top of the fleece forest, I do like to line the top of them with 1 layer of U-Haul just for a stabilizer, so that way it's not all flimsy. So for this, I am cutting out 2 30 by 17 inch pieces because I am making 2 2x1 fleece forests. Next, I am working on the 1x1 fleece forest, and again, I do like to line the top of it with 1 layer of U-Haul just to use as a stabilizer so it's not flimsy. So I'm going to be cutting out 2 pieces that measure 17 by 17 inches because again, I'm making 2 1x1 fleece forests. Next, I am working on a couple corner forests. So for this, again, just lining the top of it with 1 layer of U-Haul. So I am cutting out 2 20-inch triangles because I am making 2 corner forests. Here I am cutting out U-Haul for the cubes. So for the fleece part, I'm making 2 cubes. So for this, I'm going to be cutting out 8 pieces of U-Haul that measure 12 by 12 inches. Next, I will be cutting out circles for the hooded house. Now, I am going to be cutting out a lot of circles, but for the hooded house, I am cutting out 6 12-inch diameter circles. Now I am working on the circles for the cuddle cups. So for this one, I am making 2 cuddle cups out of the fleece. So I'm going to be cutting out 12 12-inch diameter circles. Cutting out a piece for the snuggle tunnel. So for this one, I am just going to be cutting out one piece of U-haul that measures my smaller piece dimensions. So whatever that piece measures, that's the size of the piece you want your U-haul to be. And tunnels can measure whatever measurement you want. Mine is going to be around 24 by 30 inches. Next, I am cutting out pieces for the couch. So for this, I am cutting out 6 pieces that measure 15 by 12 inches. Here I'm cutting out a piece for another snuggle tunnel. So for this piece is going to measure around 30 by 24 inches, whatever your smaller piece measures. That's the size of U-haul you want to cut. And now moving on to the woodland flannel pieces. So for this, I'm cutting out another snuggle tunnel, so just repeat the same thing that I said last. And now I'm cutting out pieces for the foam tunnel for the removable pads. So I'm cutting out 4 pieces that measure 11 by 25 inches. Now I am cutting out pieces for a cube. So for this, I am cutting out 4 pieces that measure 12 by 12 inches. And then for the guinea pig home, I am also going to be cutting out 4 12 by 12 inch pieces. Now I'm making 2 cuddle cups out of this woodland print. So for this, I'm cutting out 12 pieces that are 12-inch diameter circles. cutting out pieces for the piggy lounge. So for this, I am cutting out 4 12 by 10 inch pieces. Now I'm working on another hooded house. So for this, I am cutting out 6 12-inch diameter circles. Alright, so I went ahead and finished cutting all the U-Haul pieces that I needed. So really quick, this pile is for items that are ready to sew. So basically, like the cage liners, the fleece forests, and the couch, all I use is U-Haul in them, if that makes sense. I mean, the couch, I do use polyester fiber fill to fill it, but I mean, it's ready to sew. I don't need to cut out anything else for these pieces here. Okay, and then everything else I put in this pile because I still need to cut out foam, batting, that sort of thing for this pile. So in my next video, I'll probably be cutting foam or batting or something like that. And also, you guys, everything that I used in this video is going to be linked down below in the description. And if you guys still like this series, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you guys do want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye!